Hello and welcome to my Python tutorial. Today I'm going to be discussing loops. In this episode we're going to be doing while loops. Now, there are two types of loops, the while loop, which we'll be doing today, and the for loop. Now, if you program in another language, you may know what I'm talking about loops. I know in C++ they have the for loop and while loop, if I'm not mistaken. And, maybe a different name, but a majority of the time they are so darn similar. It's incredible, So if you know one language, you can know a lot. But, yeah, so let's get into this video. So, when doing the while loop, there are several ways to do this. Right now, I'm going to do while true. You have to have a capital true. And so, now you can write the loop. So, you can do print hello, right? And you can, of course, save that. We're going to do while loop.py. Right? It's going to have infinite hellos, right? Not really what we want. Now, you can also do input. So, you can say name, question mark, with, like this. It's totally fine. And it asks you, I'm going to put Luke. I'm going to put Luke. Well, and it's going to keep asking me till the end of time. However, there is a way to fix this. Well, not really fix it, but make it stop, and that is the break command. Now, the break command at the moment is pretty pointless for the knowledge at the moment, because you're probably thinking, well, okay, if I do that, it exits and it's just exactly like what I would do if I just wrote without the loop. I could take all this out, and I could do print hello or whatever, input name, and I could save that, and it would be the same thing. Why do we need that? Well, that's a good question. The main reason why you need that is because you can do a lot more things with it. Now, we're going to be getting into if and else statements, which will make it a lot easier for you to understand where I'm going with this. However, for the time being, I'd like to show you a couple more things. Now, there is a way to do, if you do false, so like that, what that will do is basically cancel out. It's the opposite of true. It says, no, do not even execute the loop. And so that's why it just exits. It doesn't even work. It's working, but it exits because it tells the loop, you know what, just shut off. Don't even do anything. You can also do, if like, here's where the math comes in. 1 minus 2, or, well, that doesn't make any sense. If you do like 1 divided by 2, if 1 is bigger than 2, well, obviously, it's going to exit. But, if you put a 3 here, it's not going to exit, right? So you can do that. And yeah, and another thing to remember is that once you exit this, if you are not here, you will, this is out of the loop, right? So, if you're like right in the loop, right? If you're like here, you're still in the loop as long as this isn't broken. But if you go out of the loop, that's out of the loop. So, now you're out of the loop. And so that's basically the while loop. Now, you can do a lot more stuff with it, and I will get into that in the next video when we get into for loops. And, yeah, so this is the simple, basically the while loop.